You know, earlier this year, my next guest released a really powerful video that combined rap with a lesson on our government. My Vote Don't Count quickly went viral, has been viewed over 4 million times on Facebook, and here's why.
But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor, or the governor, and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk, and all they do is say no or yes to it.
He also put out a remix called My Vote Will Count, and it's causing quite a stir too. Please welcome 25-year-old rapper, activist, and ambassador for Vote.org, my man, Yellow Pain. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
I saw your video. Somebody sent it to me. I reposted it immediately on my IG page. Immediately, man. Look, man, I've been around a long time. I'm an R&B fanatic. When somebody does something in the hip-hop community that snatches my attention, I mean, it's really good. There's some great hip-hop artists out there. But what you did, man, was like so dope to me. I couldn't even, because I was sitting there, I watched it so many times, because it was even for me, it was educational, because I forgot all of this that you was talking about, man.
I definitely appreciate you, Steve Harvey, for real. It was like, when I seen that you posted, I went crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh my God, Steve Harvey just posted my video. So I'm excited, man. I appreciate you, for real.
No, that was good, man.
Yeah,
First of all, tell everybody the story behind your name, Yellow Pain.
Yeah, so yellow is a color that represents happiness, right? And pain, that represents everything I've been through. So yellow pain is a happy representation of my pain. Basically just meaning stay strong no matter what.
Let me talk to you about this, because even though the title of your song is My Vote Don't Count, your message in the song is the opposite, man. Tell us what you're saying with your lyrics here.
Yeah, so with the song, you know, my cousin, she was like, "Cuz, I want you to make a song. I think you should make a song about voting." And I was like, you know, I don't get into politics, cuz, you know what I'm saying? I love you. Like, I don't do that. And she asked me, like, why don't you feel like your vote counts? And, you know, and I explained that to her. And then she really broke it down to me piece by piece. And she was letting me know how different people in government have jobs that specifically affect me on an everyday basis. And I thought it was just like, all right, the president, you know what I mean, the long run, but it's like people that, like, you know, live in my same community or live in my same city have jobs that affect me every day. So when I found that out, I was like, you know, I was kind of upset, to be honest. I was upset with myself. I was like, why don't I know this? You know, I'm an adult male, you know what I'm saying? Why don't I know this? And why hasn't anybody in my community ever told me this? And once I found that out, I felt like an obligation to my community to make sure everybody had that same wake-up moment I had.
Oh, man, it was dope the way you did it, because when you started the video off, it had the sound of the title, My Vote Don't Count. You know, you were saying why you wasn't going to vote. And, you know, but when I kept listening, man, and then you flipped it, I thought it was just the dopest way to get the message home, because it had so many people's attention, man. Because how many times have I heard young people say the exact same thing? Why it don't matter and all this here. And then when you did it, man, I just said, oh, this young dude is on fire. So now you're rebranding the song with the title, My Vote Will Count. Why?
With My Vote Don't Count, it was just to draw people in, but My Vote Will Count, you know, that's the real message. You know, now, like, all right, you got it, you understand that, you know, I flipped it or whatever, but now I really want you to understand that this is what it is. This is the push. Let me teach you. Let me put you on game. This is how it works. The Congress, the legislative, you know what I'm saying? I had to break it down for them.
What do you say to a person who doesn't believe that their vote really matters?
Yeah, you know, it's a part of the song where I say, imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we're gonna fix the US, we gotta start with them 2 letters. I try to tell young people like me, okay, you can say, you know what, my vote don't count, I'm not gonna show up. You have to understand that there are people who feel so passionate about voting, and every election, they show up. They show up and they make decisions about your life. for you. So at the end of the day, if you don't vote, that's fine. Somebody's going to vote, and they're going to vote in their favor and not yours. So why not exercise your right and regain control of your community?
Yeah. I know, man, that you're hoping to motivate people to get out and vote. Well, it's working. It's working, young brother. I want to introduce you to a 30-year-old man who was inspired by your song and is about to vote for the very first time in a presidential election. Please say hello to Shakeem.
How's it going?
What's going on?
Let me ask you something, man. What was it in Yellow Pain's lyrics that motivated you to finally register to vote?
To be honest, it's the entire art itself. It's the entire song itself. I think what really caught my eye was the fact that he brought that we learned a lot of these things in school and we forgot about it, just like everybody else does. Really, I didn't really care much almost all my life about anything like that. But now that he brought it to light, the way he broke it down, the way he explained it, it just hit me. I was just like, wow, that's it right there. And, you know, I pulled open my computer and I just started getting into it. I started looking at how much of an impact we can make just in our community alone. You guys mentioned that a lot of people focus more on the president and stuff like that. And really, to me, he's just the face. Right. You know, it's really your community that you need to be looking out for and get the word out. And that's how it reaches where it needs to reach. And that's how you get the help that you need to get.
Yeah. Hey, now, Shakeem, now that you've been inspired to vote, man, what are you doing to inspire your friends and family to do the same? Have you thought about that part of it?
Oh, yeah, man. I think the next day, the very next day, I started sharing that video everywhere. Like, me and my friends, we're really big in music. And I shared a lot of that with them, and they were all into it. They were like, wow, this is really good. So I was just like, you know what? Did you register? Register. Here's a link. I'm going to share the link with you. Register as soon as you can. Vote as soon as you can. I got 2 of my friends in on it. My day job, I work with a lot of other employees around my age, and they're all into it too. And it's like, it's starting to become a community thing for us to like get out there and put our votes in so that they do count.
Hey, you know, listen, man, Yellow Pain and Shakeem, I want to talk to both of you. Mm-hmm. To you young people that's out there, that's on the streets protesting peacefully in this Black Lives Matter movement, my message to you is, as you boycott and you protest, that gathers attention to a cause that we're all involved in. I've been in this cause my entire life, man. It started when I was 11 years old, man, when they killed Martin Luther King.
Right.
But in this Black Lives Matter movement, let me say this to you young brothers. Now that we have their attention, to really make Black Lives Matter, they have to know that our vote matters. See, they all covet the black vote. They all covet the brown vote. But see, what we got to do is we got to covet it more than the politician covets it. Yeah. Yellow Pain, when you did this, man, there's no way you could have known what this was going to do because, you know, it's sort of crazy, man. When we make hits, if we'd have knew it was going to be a hit, we'd have made it before. Right. And then we go make another one. You just don't ever know, man. You do something so special, so tripped out one day, man, and it go off even further and beyond what you thought it was going to do. And Yellow Pain, that's what you did, man. You did something that's like, that's got a 63-year-old black man talking about it to a 30-year-old black man that ain't never voted, coming from a 25-year-old black dude that wrote it. Uh-oh. That's powerful, man.
Yeah, that's
You started something, powerful. Right?
Yellow Pain, we 2 weeks from the November 3rd election, man. What would you say to someone that's still on the fence about voting?
I would try to tell somebody, don't make this about you. You know, I try to tell people, don't make this election about you. This is bigger than you. Let's make this about our community. Let's make it about our children, our children's children, and our children's children's children. And we have people that are staying in office for way too long that have our power, have our life in their hands. You have to understand, we like, okay, my vote don't count. Why don't it? You have people in local elections that are winning by 4 to 5 votes. We're not talking about millions of people. So if you and everybody in your house just went to vote, y'all could literally change laws that can get y'all more money on y'all checks every 2 weeks. Literally, it's that simple. It's not that deep. So that's what I made this song for. And I want y'all to know that your vote really does count.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Shaquem,
Powerful,
thanks
man.
for dropping by,
Thank you.
man.
Thank
and
you guys
more
for having me. I
importantly, thank you
appreciate
for
it.
registering to vote, man.
Right.
I got a feeling that this could be the most important election that we will ever participate in a long time.
Right.
Hey, man, Yellow Pain, you my man from now on, man. I hope to meet you one day, man. We sit around and chop it up, man.
And that'll be an honor, most definitely. I'm a huge fan, you already know.
The dopest thing I've heard in years, man. Thank y'all for using your art and your music to inspire others to do their civic duty. And everybody else out there, I want you to know something. Get out and vote, man. Like Yellow Pain said, this ain't about you. This ain't about you. This about all of us. Let's get out and vote. Appreciate you, brothers.
Let's get it.
Yeah.